Well, as we count down for this year's Boylesports Irish Grand National at Fairyhouse on Easter Monday, April 6th, I'm joined by Noel O'Brien, Noel Senior National Hunt Handicapper with the Turf Club. Noel, the Irish Grand National, the Boylesports Irish Grand National, always a great race and a very good day's racing.
Always. I mean, it's such a tradition. I think it's part of Easter Monday. Growing up, that was one of the biggest races of the year, and historically some great horses have won it. I remember seeing Desert Orchid win it there, Flashing Steel, Brown Lad won it 3 times, and I think it's a race that has a part of the Irish history.
And for the first time this year, we're guaranteed a full field because we'll have reserves in the race. As you framed the race over the winter months, what were there a number of horses that maybe caused you a few sleepless nights?
Probably there were 72 entries, and most of those 72 would cause you sleepless nights. Huge entry, but for that kind of a pot, that's what you'd expect. The horses that probably very often cause the most problems are novices, horses that we don't know as much about. The older horses very much take care of themselves because the form is there. I think for the novices, particularly ones who've been to Cheltenham, and this year the race closed after Cheltenham had been run, so we were able to take into account everything that had happened there, and some of the novices' performances there were very, very strong, and it plays into a strong race now, I think, in Fairyhouse.
And with horses going to Aintree, maybe, does that complicate things?
It complicates it, but I think for once, Shane, I think the proximity will probably help Fairyhouse, only insofar as I think because there's a doubt in Aintree about whether horses will get in or not, I think owners, trainers might just take a view, well look, if we're certain to get a run in Fairyhouse, and I think it might be to the betterment of the Fairyhouse race. It's not ideal, but I think when you look at Gallant Oscar, who's the favourite for the Irish version, very short for the English one as well, I think for punters and connections alike, it's not the ideal situation where you're not sure where horses are going to run. But I think this time, the fact that Fairyhouse is first might work to their advantage.
And speaking of favourites, you mentioned Gallant Oscar. Favourites have a relatively poor recent record. Now, I know Shut the Front Door was a winning favourite last year, but the 3 previous winners had all been very big prices. What should people be looking out for as they try to find the winner of the Boylesports Irish Grand National? Yeah,
huge gamble on Shut the Front Door, but he was still an 8-1 favourite. You know, like it's, as you said, it's quite a long price. The 3 previous ones were 33s, 50 to 1, one of them. I think of all the races, I think because of the sheer length of the race, 3 miles, 5 furlongs, you're looking for something that's definitely going to stay. And I think in the last 10 years, nothing carrying more than 10 stone 13 has won. So a long-winded answer, you're probably looking for an unexposed horse with carrying less than 11 stone.
And it's a race also that might give smaller trainers, for want of a better phrase, a great chance of winning a very big pot.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant. I mean, I think it's the beauty of National Hunt that you look at Dot Love, she'd say herself, very small trainer, for her to be able to win one of our premier handicaps. Same for Tom Gibney with Lean Barney. I think it's what National Hunt is all about. The small man can compete with the big man and sometimes come out on top, and for a very big pot at that.
Noel, thank you very much.
Welcome, Shane.